Hello again, this is Irena Anggreni, and I thought to share something personal in this video about my own mental fitness journey. And therein, I hope you can sense why I am so passionate about what I do. So, if you are, if we only recently connected or we have not interacted, I'll try to bring you up to speed. In a nutshell, I came from Indonesia. So I have a engineering background in software engineering and also industrial design engineering. And yeah, this was kind of in the beginning of my career, which was nearly 20 years ago. So that's when I came to the Netherlands to do my doctoral research, like part of my career trajectory. And it was something that maybe there was a feeling of a lot of pressure that perhaps like largely I also just put on myself, but this is maybe something that's relatable with um, people who have worked abroad or people with migration background. There's a sense that I have to make it, and I cannot fail, and um, I have to prove my worth. And it's also in a way quite literal because back then I was on a knowledge migrant visa, so my right to stay was tied to my job. Literally, I couldn't lose it, or if I lose it, then I have to quickly find another one within 3 months or something. um, so there was pressure, and also there's loneliness because I didn't really have my support network, like emotional support, kind of like people I could really share heart to heart in a vulnerable way. And also I was still carrying a lot of emotional wounds from from the generational trauma in my family. And at some point it all came crashing, kind of, yeah, just the heavy weights of it, like I couldn't um, manage it all by myself. So yeah, it was not quite a straightforward story either, like how I eventually received professional help. It was kind of quite some maneuver, and I had to navigate uh, quite a bit. But I did eventually receive professional support, like clinic with therapy with clinical psychologists, um, and I soon realized as well, kind of, for me to keep going, like this cannot be the only thing that I rely on. Yeah, the therapy, because it's also it's not, I think it's not healthy to expect that the therapy will be a constant part of my life. Um, and also, like my therapist is plural, we're also human. Like sometimes they go on holiday, and like it's not like I could, each time there's something intense, heavy going on. It's not like I could immediately reach out to them if I make appointment. Maybe like, oh yeah, there's a time slot in 2 weeks or something like that. So that motivated me actually to empower myself, actually to find my own resources, my own tools that I can also uh, I can be um, maybe more self-reliant, um, in a healthy way, like, because before I was also self-reliant, but the complete extreme. But um, self-reliant in a healthy way, that I learned the tools, for instance, from mindfulness. So I learned this with the Plum Village community, um, led by Thich Nhat Hanh. And that was the very foundation, that, oh, like I started to actually get the hang of, oh, I could kind of, I could regulate, I could manage my own emotions, and also, to, in the interpersonal relations, that uh, to be maybe like not so judgmental and more accepting of myself and also the others. And that it's okay to take a pause, actually, instead of always like running and churning in my head. um, and yeah, there were also other things, like I was a keen social dancer back then. Lindy Hop, if you know it, just put in the comment. um, but even the kind of the social aspect of it felt too much back when I was still in recovery. So I was really seeking for ways to express myself through movement, yeah, in a safe environment, um, yeah, to process my emotions, and also to find some healing, perhaps. So I went to to explore also this different, um, yeah, movement practice, you could say, like this 5 rhythms, and I don't remember what else. No, I think, yeah, that's kind of one that I tried. But then I discovered that there's actually, um, dance movement therapy, which was like a bit like when I first got into it, also like, is this like some kind of woo woo thing? But as I explored more of it, I discovered, like, oh, there's a lot of, actually, it's very much science backed. From neuroscience also, there's, yeah, uh, a lot of backing, let's say, a lot of foundation why it works. And of course, nowadays, almost everyone in my network knows about The Body Keeps the Score from Bessel van der Kolk. So yeah, back then it was still kind of maybe more exclusive, let's say, in my uh, yeah, movement therapist practitioner group. Um, so yeah, it felt like really nourishing to me, like very, kind of, yes, this is what I've been looking for. That I even took it a step further. I did another education, actually. Yeah, I enrolled in a master program in dance movement therapy. That's what brought me to Rotterdam. Um, and since I graduated more than 10 years ago, no, a bit less than 10 years ago, there's yeah, there's also a sense for me, like, kind of, because I was a qualified clinician. I could work in a psychiatric setting, and I did that for a year, more or less. But I found also, like, no, this is not really the right space for me. And that's, yeah, one of the reason also, like, I felt like, wow, yeah, it's I was working with uh, yeah, people with diagnosed personality disorders. So it felt also very, very triggering. I really have to work hard to, um, yeah, to contain also myself as a professional, like as the therapist in this clinical setting. And yeah, but that also make me notice, kind of, is there a way, like, that I could, um, maybe contribute, like, in a way that's also feel nourishing and safe for me. And that's why the idea that I, yeah, to start my own practice emerged. And that's what I did. So initially, like, yeah, I worked as an independent therapist in my own practice. But it's, yeah, more and more I got into it, like, I felt also like, especially with all my background, my engineering, mindset, analytical mind, I felt more and more like, yeah, that the path sort of like brings me to become more of a coach. And yeah, that's been like a long way in the making, but that's also uh, where I've trusted it, like, okay, like, let's do this. um, I have like my all my all my experience, my past expertise. And I mean, like, once an engineer is always I'm always an engineer, like in my mindset, in my approach as well. But also, like, okay, I could balance that out with the part of me that's compassionate, the therapist part. And I'm very much, trauma aware, trauma informed, and I could work in that way. So that's what brought me actually to, to keep reinventing myself, like, where am I in my journey, and where can I best help others. And that's where I arrived here, like, in as a mental fitness coach. And I love actually the term, like, mental fitness. And this is all coming from positive intelligence framework. um, because mental fitness, it already gives you that sense. It's an ongoing life's work. It's not like you go to the gym, you lift a dumbbell one time and then that's it. But it's an ongoing journey. And that's also how I experience it, because when after my recovery, like, from my mental health crisis, let's say. um yeah and especially, like, after I finished, graduated from therapy, it, it it is a bit like, oh, like, what do I do now? Like, there's that feeling of insecurity again, like, can I do this by myself? Like, okay, or should I actually have stayed longer in therapy? And yeah that, that's why, like, this when I discovered about mental fitness, like, okay, like, let's get down to this, like, and it is very, also again, very much scientific approach, uh, backed by neuroscience and a lot of other breakthrough research in other disciplines, that it is something that uh, maybe less of a taboo to talk about. Like, when we talk about mental health, there's like some certain connotation. But mental fitness, okay, it is something that is normal. It sounds more normal, of course. Like, there's a lot of stress in our life, there's a lot of pressures, like, maybe conflicts, even, like, people around us, maybe some of them we love so dearly, but they cause maybe some suffering. And how do we handle that? And that's where all this what I learned, what I discovered in mental fitness, that's where I can apply it to. And that's been my journey. um, and especially uh, as someone having my own coaching business, kind of, it's even more crucial that I keep practicing, I keep developing my own mental fitness, because this work I do is an extension of my personal journey. So it's not like I'm selling a product here that I'm completely emotionally detached from, but this is, kind of my, I would even call maybe, like, maybe my spiritual practice, like, um, to serve others, my fellow human, so that they also blossom, like, thrive through life. And I hope that, if you listen to this long video, I hope that there's parts of it that resonates with you. And I'm here feeling connected with you. And I wish that you also continue in your practice of self growth, And if you're curious about mental fitness, what it can bring to you, I'll actually be making another video on that. But if you feel like, oh, you have to know now, okay, reach out to me and we can have a quick call so that I understand more also, like kind of where mental fitness can help support you where you are right now. Okay, that's it for now. Thanks for tuning in, and ciao ciao.